Hello and welcome to another update video about FET. FETCH.AI is heading towards a support area. I have changed this one earlier today just a little bit. It's been adjusted down a bit because you will remember that I wasn't happy with the shallow pullbacks we've had on the way up. It just doesn't make much sense in the previous structure that we've had, even though technically valid. So what I've done, I've looked at the chart again, adjusted the chart a little bit. This is the long-term chart. That's as far out as I can see. I've got here an A wave to the upside. I've got a B wave to the downside and a C wave to the upside I'm tracking. That's as far as I can see. Yeah, it can always develop, a larger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but that's not reliable because this initial move up was clearly a three-wave move. So I'm looking at it as an ABC structure now. I had that as a potential on the chart before, but I've decided now, we have to we have to pick a scenario here on the long-term chart. Only then you can really, when you have a good, or let's say a fairly clear scenario on the long-term chart, really dive into the detail and talk about the opportunities, or let's say the probabilities that we have, with regards to the shorter time frame structures. And the idea is still that this was a 1-2 setup. That's unchanged. Basically, wave 1 to the upside topped in February last year. The wave 2 to the downside bottomed in August last year. And then basically now a third wave to the upside is unfolding right now. And the third wave is unfolding as an ABC structure because, this here can be counted as an ABC in 1. And then here the 2, and this here looks clearly like a three-wave move up in A. Then this a B, because the thing is, I think we had it before as a 1-2, but also here a very, very shallow wave 2 pullback, a very shallow wave 2 pullback. And to be honest, it looks a bit like a three-wave move. And then because the pullback's so shallow, that sometimes rather confirms a B wave because they can be very shallow. And based on that assumption, we're now in this third wave here in white, working on the C wave. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Third wave should reach, absolute minimum 333, but first ideal target is $4.72. So I'd like to see one more high. Okay, but I can tell you that below $1.28, it's likely starting to break this structure. It will turn very, very unreliable. Even now, the white microstructure is, there's nothing clear about this. So I could, okay, maybe the wave 1, 2 was down here. Very, very, very difficult to navigate that structure because you get all these shallow pullbacks. So it's not entirely clear. But this this C wave could also be an ending diagonal, for example. So it's all a bit tricky. So in the white count, that's my support area between $1.28 and $2.07. It's just measured the entire distance here of the C wave. And really, ideally, we get one more high, and we do that before $1.28 is broken to the downside. Now, in the alternative count, that's much more bullish, or much more aggressively bullish. That's the yellow count. That's the count we had before, in which we go up more directly. But yeah, it's valid. But the support areas partially overlap anyway, so they would partially overlap. And it just, I looked at the chart and said, look, it's so unreliable because this would be another 1-2 and this would be another 1-2. So super aggressively bullish. I cannot rule it out, but in both scenarios, we expect still higher prices. I rather adjust the support area down a little bit and prepare for a potentially slightly deeper pullback. The previous one ended, I think, at 160, so it's now 128. I'd rather give it that additional space in case it needs it. The worst thing that can happen is that I assume a higher support area, it breaks briefly and then rallies. That would be super annoying. So I'd rather, from a risk management point of view, prepare for a potentially deeper pullback, and then it could take off obviously from there. And we would then look at this third wave, then a fourth wave down, okay, would follow. And then a fifth wave to the upside, obviously. After that, to complete this C wave, and then we have a larger ABC structure. The fourth wave often retraces to the 100% extension level again, but that to a degree depends on how high the third wave goes. So that's sort of what I'm looking for here. Yeah, that's my update about FET. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.